Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I just did a little video on distance and duplicate distance and how to set it. And I told the person that these two half-inch marks, what she's doing is making a kid's game where like this is a half and a half equals a whole. So her circle, I had to change it, and just for your information, I changed everything for inches, just make it easier for me. This circle is 4.726. So half of it is half that, but a quarter of it would be the middle of this. So we're going to set our nudge factor on 1.1815. I have it. It doesn't show the 15, but it is. Now we're going to bring in an indexing line and hit P, put it at the center of the page, and we're going to nudge it that distance. We're going to control P that, well, control D that line, So we'll have another copy, and then we're going to hit P. And then we're going to grab that line and see, you can see that this half inch is pretty close to, if not dead on. The 1 is dead on. So what you do to get this one dead on would be to grab it, get your 4-point movement line, hold down the control button. Whoop, don't do that. Start moving it first, and then hold down your control button till that's in the middle of the line. Now your two halves are equal, and you can always test it with this, and you can see that by holding down the control button, that in-between line is in the middle. And now we're not exactly, but you could then, and there's probably, well, let's just do this. This is what we could do. Take that number and hit P and nudge it. So grab this one, hit P, and nudge it. And then that way they're both equal. This line is right there. This line is in the same spot. So those two should be equal in distance. So use your indexing lines and use your nudge distance to tell you how to get halfway through. And since this line is up, I just hit P, it's in the center of the page. I was kind of proud of this lady. She's from South Africa. And this might not be 100% right. Now that I kind of look at it, let's do this. Let's nudge this out of the way. Let's go and break this apart, ungroup it, and then let's hit C on the keyboard. And the 2 is probably outweighted the other 2 letters. Now it's more even with that line, because the line was probably not in the center. So Control G, hit P, and then nudge it over. Now let's look to see where that 1 is. It's in the same spot, but I think it's more even, because this line appears to be a little bit longer on that. So let's just do it to this one and see what it does. So go up to Object, or just hit Control U. Grab all these and hit E on your keyboard. It makes it all even. Let me zoom in here and we can see what moves. You need to hit C on your keyboard. See, it moved that 2 over. So I'm not going to say that's 100% right, but it probably is. Because if you change this to a 2, ones are always kind of funny. Let's ungroup this again, if it's grouped. No, it's still ungrouped. Let's try to grab that 1, go up to your text editor and change this to a 2, and hit enter. And now it's right on top of that other one. And we can test that by hitting C on the keyboard. That's how I would do it, but you need to go to your text editor and make this 1. And then regardless, and she's got center justified picked. Now it's going to look a little bit off, but that's probably how it should be. But use your nudge distance and indexing lines to help you figure stuff like that out, and a little calculator. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.